Hey guys, so this is Anna here with Passions of Paper. So far I've only made videos of journals that I make to eventually sell. And so this video is going to be more about my personal journals, the ones I've made for myself to craft and journal in. So I won't be able to show them off as well as I'd like to because there is writing in them. But I just wanted to show my progression and just show you some of the stuff I've made that I can't show now because I've written in them. And then my next journal that I'm about to write in, I wanted to show that off before I start writing in it. So this was my very first journal that I made for myself to write in. This is when I started to realize I love big tassels. This one's definitely my least favorite journal. There wasn't a theme to this one at all. I just wanted something big, and I wanted to decorate the crap out of it, and that's exactly what I did. So, let's see if I can show. Oh, sorry about that. So this one went through 2 months, and I keep little monthly planners in there so I can, instead of using a planner and a journal, that's what I do. So I keep track of back when I made this, I was just recently getting into junk journaling and crafting, so I was collecting art supplies and got some stuff in here. This is my dream craft room and dream she shed. I've got a page about my son full of things in here for him and a letter to him that he can read later when he can read. My paints, some pretty stuff I did. If my boys were fairies, this is what they would look like. Journaling for me is not just about writing, it's also about decorating. So I just had fun decorating any which way I felt like decorating. It was very freeing. So this is a lot more writing over here. This is my page to Henry. He's my second son. And again, he'll get a letter to read and some fun stuff when he can read. These are my ink pads. And that's about it. Hopefully you were able to see some of the decorated stuff out of that one. Then after that, I really wanted to do a nature themed journal. So I came up with this one. And I absolutely love this one. And this tassel is just one of my favorite tassels. I bought actually some beads. I bought lots of beads for it and chain strings. I don't know what I'm trying to say. chains that you can hang stuff from, like these. I just bought that just for a tassel, like, because I had a vision in mind and I had to make it. And it's just so soft. It's full of these eyelash trims that are really, really soft. And then I love the chain here. And then all the different collaging and textures I did on here. And I did book corners. Here's the side. And then the back. And this is a pocket right here. And again, I did book corners on the back too. So this one is super chunky. This I wrote just for October. My last journal, towards the end of my last journal, I started to really enjoy writing. My journal was so much fun that I just wanted to be in it every day. Whether it was decorating or writing, I just wanted to be in it every single day. So before junk journals, I used to write maybe every 2 weeks if I was like good. Sometimes I would skip a month or several months, and I hated that because I have bad memory and I need a way to remember stuff. But writing in a plain old journal with plain old white paper was the most boring thing in the world to me. So I wasn't good at it. And when I started my first junk journal, I still had those bad habits and I wasn't writing as frequently. But then towards the end, I started writing every like 2 or 3 days, or if not every other day, or every day. Yeah, every day. So this one, I definitely wrote almost every day. And there was a lot of stuff that happened in October, so it was really easy to fill this up in 1 month. Oh, this is a mess. Need to trim those little strays off. So in this one, my sister got married at the beginning of October, and I made some fun stuff with that. Just beautiful vintage nature paper there. And I still decorated kind of crazy, but it was all nature themed at least. I like to do these, what I'm doing in this moment of all these different things, so that as I look back I can see like really quickly what was going on in my life. I try to do those every couple of weeks or so, although I haven't done one for a little while. Lots of fun decorating. This was fun. I make a to-do list. Well, I just made this notepad, and then I keep it up on my fridge for a couple of weeks, and I write all my to-dos and things like that. And once it's full, it goes right back in the journal, and it's a fun way to see different things going on. Sorry, I keep hitting that camera. The pole is not in a good spot. Oops. Don't like where I put that. Lots of touchy-feely things in here. And these stickers are like super, super soft, so I really liked those. And at the time of making this journal, I was getting stuff off of Shein. So that stuff had just come in. This is a old postcard from 1908 with just a really beautiful nature scene. So I had to include that. Lots of writing. These were fun. I made these to keep track of, on the backs, were packages I was waiting for. So I just had fun decorating these. This was a new stamp I got, a jar stamp. So I just did that on, what's this stuff called? See, my memory is not good. I don't know. This was just some new stuff that I got in. I wanted to keep track of. Record. We went to the Renaissance Festival in October. I got a fox pelt, which is just very beautiful and very soft. Here is my writing board that I had to use. I would put that under a piece of paper, and that way I could write, because I did so much decorating. I will probably always need a writing board for my journals, for the way that I journal, because I love to decorate so much. And that can make journals a little bit bubbly. And I made little booklets to keep track of my washi tapes that I got in at that time. Here's my Sheen washi tapes. So much pretty stuff. Sorry about that interruption. Lots of writing. There's a beautiful fold-out picture there. I love horses. Maybe one day I'll have one. More washi tape samples. This was from the washi tape store. Got this from City Barbecue. They have this beautiful wood stained or stamped cardboard that came with our food. This was my, oh, I'm sorry again. This was my craft room, or my craft space. It was down in this dark black basement. And it was just wide open to the kids getting into my stuff. We just recently moved Henry, this is Henry, into his brother's room, into Ezra's room. And they are now sharing a room, and that opened up his room, and my husband agreed it was a good idea to move my craft space into that room, so now I can close the door and keep kids out of it. I had a lot of fun with this autumn nature stuff I got, because it was autumn, it was October. More washi tape samples. Those ones are from Amazon. Lots of writing. I like to add stuff just for the sound sometimes. Lots of decorating there. There's my monthly calendar planner for this journal, because I knew I was going to have it filled within just a month. So I only added one, and I actually attached it to the book this time. So this is Ezra here, being silly with his Duplos. That is a beautiful botanical picture from a vintage book. These are some tags that I wrote little prayers on and kept them all together in here. So I call them prayer tags. This I actually ended up not even writing on. So that was, I just really like little file folders, so I made one. Didn't use it. And that's that. So after that, I wanted to do something a little smaller, and I was really craving pink. And I don't normally do holiday journals, but when I saw the pink Christmas digital kits on Etsy, I had to have it. Like, that was just so perfect, because I was wanting to do pink, and I love Christmas. I just don't like making holiday journals. But pink Christmas is awesome. Oh, sorry again. So I made this one, made it smaller as you can see, but she still got bulked up well, a lot. Like, so much happened in December. It was a crazy, crazy month. So I made, I got this kit with these snow globes, and these were all from My Porch Prints. And then this was another kit of these specimen cards. They were a lot of work. Probably won't do that again, because I don't really know what to use them with. They're just fun to look at. And just some cute stuff in there. I made this little bookmark. No beauty shines brighter than that of a good heart. And so this also was just for 1 month. I got this with a junk journal that I bought. This one I set up a little bit differently. I did the beginning parts is where I stored all my ephemera and decorations and stuff. And then this back part here is where I did all my writing. Well, for the most part, most of my writing, until it didn't fit anymore. And then there's my calendar. And then I made it like a folio. So here's extra stuff I could write on, and envelopes and stuff. And there's just some ephemera there. And then I made this to have 2 pockets. And then on the back, it's also got a pocket here. So that's my writing chunk. And these have, I made these altered paper clips that are from 1 to 25 for a countdown to Christmas. And then, like I said, I've got these snow globes here. I'll show you what I did with those once I come across one in this section. So, here's one of those. They're just laced throughout. Got a little cute little candy cane. And some fun little tags. And then this stuff's always stuff I've written on. Sorry about that. So I don't remember where I left off at. This was just my to-do list here. I had extras, but I took them out because I can use them somewhere else now that I'm done with this journal. And the plan was to, if I ever ran out, I would get to see this beautiful picture. Oh, and also, I did, here's a thing I can show you. So these snow globes counted also up to 25. And the way that I use them is I wrote what I'm thankful for. So on the backs I wrote what I was thankful for, and then right here I just wrote a one-word description. And each day it had to be something different. So for 25 days I wrote about 25 things I was thankful for, and some of them got a little long, and I actually had to add extra ephemera to go with it to write on the back of. So one day this month, my husband's sister, she came into town for a few weeks for Christmas. She's a traveling nurse. She's the one I made that traveler's journal for. And she is so sweet. She came here and stayed here overnight with my boys, letting my husband and I go out for a date weekend. And it's something we've never really done, because before having kids we just didn't have the money to do stuff like that. And then once we had the money, we were like, well, now we're ready to have kids because we feel like we can afford them. And then, well, you have kids, so you can't just do stuff like that. So that was really, really special. Even though it was just one night, we did the aquarium the first day. We took advantage and went like first thing in the morning and did the aquarium, and we ate out at some fancy places. And so I've got, this is the page for the aquarium. When we went to Cincinnati. We live in Columbus, and we went to Cincinnati, so it was only an hour and a half drive. So most of our time was spent on actually doing stuff. We went to the Pelican Reef down there for lunch. That was the first thing we did, which was really delicious. And then we did the aquarium, which was so much fun, because what you guys will be seeing coming up next is my sea journals. I'm super into the ocean, sea, mermaid, shells, like fish, all that stuff, octopus and squid and jellyfish. I love all of it. So that's what I'll be showing you next. So it was really fun going to the Newport Aquarium and getting to take pictures. I took over 400 pictures of all the fish there, and I haven't had the chance to go through them and print some out. I wanted to put some in here too, but did not get that chance. So we went to the Radisson, we stayed at the Radisson Hotel, and at the Radisson Hotel, they have, see, I didn't go through my pictures. That would have been really cool to show. It's a circle hotel, and it's a tower, and we stayed up on the 15th floor. And it's really funny because the elevators are in the center of the hotel, and when you get out, it's a circular floor, and all the rooms are on the exterior of the tower. And so it's just this really tiny circle hallway, and being on the 15th floor during Christmas was so much fun. We had a balcony, so we went out on the balcony, and it was actually not too cold. It was like in the 50s. So we actually got to go out on the balcony and just look around at all the Christmas lights, and that was so much fun. Got a coffee. What are these called? I forget what they're called. But yeah, I did that because of my coffee I had at the hotel. We got breakfast served to us in bed, so that was fun. But they also have, this hotel, they have a restaurant on the 18th floor. That's the top floor, and it's called 18. And I think I kept it, maybe not. So it's called 18, and it's a rotating restaurant. So you go up the elevators, which, like I said, are in the center of the tower, and when you step out, there's a little waiting area. That part's not moving. And then when they go to seat you, the whole dining room is the outer circle of the tower, and and it's all rotating. You can see the entire view of the city while you eat. It takes about an hour and a half to complete one rotation. So by the time we were done eating, it had almost just about completely rotated back to the start from where we started. And it was just so cool. And I'm super sensitive to movement, and it wasn't bad enough to really affect me or anything. But like it did make us a little trippy. Like we were like, whoa, that's moving. Because like the back windows, we were facing the back windows, but we weren't up against them. Other tables were up against the back windows. And so we would be looking at the other tables, and and they were up against the back windows, and their tables were moving, but the back windows don't move. And so it was really trippy watching their tables in front of us moving against a backdrop that was not moving. So that was a lot of fun. Really, really crazy stuff. Definitely a trip to remember. The next day we ended up going to, so we did Panera for breakfast. Or not for breakfast, sorry. I needed just a coffee because we had breakfast in bed. And then we went to IKEA where I got some stuff. And half price books after that, where I got a bunch of sea journals to start working on. Or not sea journals, I got a bunch of sea books to start working on my sea journals. Lots of good stuff was found there. And yeah, that was the end of that trip. Then we went home, back to real life. Here we got, my husband bought Fox in the Snow cinnamon rolls. We had family come in town for Christmas, and we did a lot of stuff. And we treated the family to Fox in the Snow cinnamon rolls, which they're like super expensive, so it's not something we do very often, but they're so yummy. We just wanted to share them with people, let them see just how yummy they are. And then this is my journaling overflow here. Another one of those cards. Just some ephemera I've gotten. We did a house hop. So it's our third time, I think, doing one of those. But it's been a while since the last one. So I collected some stuff from each house that we went to. I got a napkin from one house and a coffee cup sleeve from another. And then one house I didn't get anything from. I forgot to get something. And then from our house we did frosting cookies. So I just took a picture of the cookies I frosted before I ate them. And, my sister-in-law, Tanya, is a photographer. These pictures don't look that great because I just printed them out on my little mini printer, and they don't do them justice at all. But it's just a fun, easy way to quickly get stuff printed and put in my journals. But she is literally the most amazing photographer I know. And I'm not just saying that because she's my sister-in-law. She is amazing. And so I just got some of those printed out. So it's nice to have these family pictures, because our last family pictures were from when Henry was born, over a year and a half ago. So, yeah, we needed some updated pictures. This right here is from my husband's mom. It's my boy's grandma and grandpa. They do a countdown to Christmas with presents, little silly presents that they can open, one each day up until Christmas. So they had a lot of fun doing that. They put stickers on here once they've done that day to mark it off the calendar. So I wanted to definitely remember that. This was a thank you for hosting for Thanksgiving at our house. This is done by my husband's cousin, Jeanette. She does this every year. She makes a Christmas card for all the family members, and it comes with a laminated ornament of her artwork. So we've got her ornaments every year. on our tree, starting I think 2015 or 2014, something like that. So it's fun. I always keep her cards. I've got all of them together too. And so that, I don't know, maybe I shouldn't keep that in here, but I kept it in there at least for a while. I was journaling in here. And then I took some stuff that was off of some people's presents and used it to decorate. I think you saw, yeah, up here. This was off of someone's present, and I love the ribbons so much. It was so beautiful, and this one was so beautiful. So I took those before they got thrown away and used them. This is more journaling overflow. Just made a little booklet. This is from a board game someone got at Christmas, and we all played, and this was the score sheet. So I kept that. And someone's drawings. This was all stuff that was left behind at our house when everybody went home. So I ended up just, instead of throwing away or whatever, I just ended up keeping it as special reminders. And this was our calendar for the week that the family was in town, of all of our events, so we could get everything in that everybody wanted to do. And then this, I don't know if you can see that, but it says Henry, so I don't know who did this with him, but somebody must have gotten this for Christmas, and they had Henry do one. I also have one on the fridge that's done by Ezra, but my journal is so bulky, I don't think I could fit two of them in, so I just did Henry's, and we'll leave Ezra's on the fridge. I tried to make a pink washi tape Christmas tree here. It doesn't really look like a Christmas tree. I feel like it just looks like a several layer cake. Someone's beautiful wedding cake. And that was just for fun. And that's the end. And where'd that paper go? Here it is. So, yeah. That was a lot of fun, and it just ended up getting way bulkier than I expected, but I love bulky, so that just means that it's full of my life. And I'm actually going to do, this one's running a bit long, I'm going to do another video to show off my sea journal. It's going to be a full flip through because I have not written in it yet, but here's a little teaser. So, I will add the link in my description, so look for that. Bye!